Hey, I might not be Colt Cabana, but I'm here to school you on the art of wrestling. This is my review for two shows from DDT Dramatic Dream Team, I think. First is the Dick Togo Japanese Retirement Show, June 30th, 2011, obviously, from Korakuen Hall, aka the best arena in wrestling in Japan. Apparently, there's 1,721 fans. Super no vacancy, full house. That's what it says. Yeah, the opening, you get a brief look into the career of Dick Togo, kind of his life, but it wasn't much, and then a little rundown of the card, so that was alright. First match was Ryuichi Sekine and Tomomitsu Matsunaga versus Keisuke Ishii and Kazuki Hirata. This was a fast-paced, fun opener, and then yeah, it just looked like there was a couple of young boys in there. Or they might just look like that. I don't know. Uh, like I said, fast-paced, similar to the kind of ROH tags from like 2004. Um, Only no one was wearing track pants or white beaters, thankfully. This match was, yeah, it was kind of like Dragon Gate based, but it worked in the opener. Um, I don't know. It was fun. I don't know what the score. It's not really. I don't really think things are worthy of scoring when they're below 50. I'll call them something in text. Then we had Takagi Genjin, which is Shinshiro Tagaki, and Sabu Genjin versus Jinsei Shinzaki and Kensen Numajiro. That's like 79%, or hilarious, whatever. The first guy came out, sang his way to the ring. It was kind of weird. His partner was, of course, Shinzaki fucking Jinsei, so it was pretty cool. Yeah, this match was awesome. Two of the guys in the match, they look like combination between like Snuka and Pop Shango, Peter Chris, and Whoopi Goldberg with a little bit of missing link with chicken pox thrown. It was just, yeah, disorienting a little bit. The look on Shinzaki's face when he had to get in the ring with one of those clowns was just priceless. You gotta be kidding me. It's one of the funnest matches of all time. We had some badass rope runs and everything. It's cool. Alright, then we got a gauntlet match, gauntlet tag. Oh man, there's a lot of guys in this. Men's Teo and Hanzo versus Jintaro and Hirano Yasu versus Ibushi, Kota, and Danshoku Dino versus KUDO and Takahashi Masa versus Hiroshima versus Hasanago versus Hiroshima and Hasanago versus Ishikawa Shuji and Morohashi Saya versus Super Delphin and Grand Hamada. This is a clusterfuck, but it was a good clusterfuck. So, yeah, they should have bronzed half the people in this match because they were ancient and they should be in a museum, but it was still pretty fun. Yeah, it's kind of good to see Hamada, even though he's older than the civil rights movement. Uh, yeah, he still scored a fall over Hanzo, which I think brought out Ibushi and Dino. And yeah, they were pretty entertaining. The Gauntlet match, just yeah, Dino doing all kinds of crazy shit. It was good. So yeah, Dino grabbed. I believe it was who was it? He grabbed, maybe it was Hamada by the ball bag, and the ref didn't call it, so Hamada headbutts the ref, gets DQ'd. Weird. There's a somersault double dragon ball screw, which is pretty funny. Just yeah, it's the first time I ever witnessed a somersault double dragon screw, double ball screw, dragon screw. I don't know what to call it, but it was pretty funny. Yeah, I don't know. Final entrance are the champion Ishikawa and some Morohashi who I don't really know. This match is, like I said, was a major clusterfuck. It's hard to kind of remember everything. It was very fun though. So yeah, it was definitely fun. Then we had Hidaka Ikuto, Ishii Tomohiro, random. And Sasaki Daisuke versus Hayashi, Funaki, and Sato Yuki. Like I said, Ishii's in this match with a bunch of juniors, and he can hardly fucking move compared to that. I don't know, it was okay. Just don't know why they threw Ishii in there. So they just went, hey, a New Japan guy. Why not? At least the right man scored the pinfall. Alright, then we had Jado and Antonio Honda versus the great Sasuke and Taka Michinoku. It was very entertaining. Just three legends and Honda. Why not? Yeah, I guess we'll just call this entertaining. I don't know how to score it. This wasn't a show about like great wrestling. It was just about having fun. Dick Togo's friends kind of getting together and screwing around in the ring. The main event was where it got good. And of course, we got a great Dick Togo Gedo video package. You know, it's covering kind of both of their careers and why Dick had Gedo as his final opponent. Oh, and it featured featured Togo rocking the badass Che Guevara shirt, which is pretty cool. So revolutionary. Oh, Castro's old buddy. All right, then we had the main event, obviously, the only match that was great wrestling on the card. Dick Togo Japanese retirement match. Dick Togo versus Gedo. And Gedo comes to the ring looking like a badass, coming out to Sharp Dress Man, my ZZ Top, which was topped by Togo, obviously, coming out to Cypress Hill. That's a shit. That's good stuff. Uh, yeah, Gedo refused the handshake, which, you know it was on. It's just typical Gedo. We got kind of an old school ground based match at first, and then, Gedo lost it, and the pace quickened a little bit. Lots of chair shots and fucking hammers and whatever else Gedo could get. He was pulling out more dirty tricks than 80s Ric Flair. Removing turnbuckle pad, dropping F-bombs, ignoring referees. Togo was definitely in serious trouble. He was getting his ass kicked, getting his ribs broken. He finally makes his heroic comeback. He hits a somersault suicida through the middle rope, similar to Davey Richards. Only he actually hit it. Sorry, but he's better than Davey Richards. Dick Togo is better than Davey Richards. I just admitted it. The old man. All right, yeah, Gedo got really ruthless near the end, really going after the ribs, and he nearly succeeded in breaking Togo's ribs, it looked like. I was sure it was over a couple times. I was sure Gedo had it, and I was like, no, oh, shit, which was really good. I really got into this match. It just shows that age doesn't mean anything. Mysterio does it. You can draw people in a match and get the perfect reaction out of people, whether it be a face reaction or a heel reaction, and that's what part of the art of being a legend is. A lot of young guys could not do that. Even guys that are older just never picked it up because of their physique got them through or whatever. Batista. And yeah, just a great match, perfect finish, and the post match was even better. Pretty much everyone, including Tiger Mask, came out and gave Dick flowers. I believe it was Takagi Shinjiro, I was messing up his name. He brought out like 6 foot tall flowers, basically, like this huge bouquet, and Togo thanked him with a pedigree because he had to do something fun like that. It was just a really fun match. I'd like to say that I appreciate Dick Togo. I underrated him at first, thinking like all he was is when he was in WWF. And no, this guy got better as he aged, just like Shawn Michaels. And man, if that guy didn't work for your company in the 90s or the 2000s, it was either because he wasn't allowed, because of, contractual obligations, or you just weren't shit as far as wrestling went. And I'll put WCW in that category for 2000s. They were useless. I put TNA now, they're useless. He worked in ROH. I mean, basically what I'm saying is he may be the greatest junior in the world, easily top 10, top 50 all time, open weight, any division. Thank you, Dick Togo. One of the greatest. All right, then we get the show I really wanted to review. This is a condensed version, unfortunately. Basically, what I would call this is Wrestle Kingdom, only with a pair of Dino's nuts hanging over its eyes. snorkel. This is DDT's Peter Pan 2011. Big DDT show. July 24th. From Tokyo, Ryogoku, Kuryagen, I don't know. Let's say I started. Plum Smuggler opens the show. He's in the ring. He looks terrified, like he doesn't want to actually be there. He's, like I said, wearing Plum Smugglers. And I'm thinking, the fuck? And then out comes this man in fatigues, a Che Guevara shirt with a cigar and a military beret. It's Dick Togo. And he's shooting at the guy. And he pulls out a bazooka and he shoots him in the ass. Right in Plummy's ass. That's Dick Togo, man. Classic Dick Togo. His music hits, and just, I believe the entrance music hits for the show. And we get the opening video package, which was really, really cool. It was Dick Togo chasing the Plum Smuggler, while it was showing all the matches when he'd shoot off guns or bazookas. Would like go and transition to the next graphic, which personally I think is even better than New Japan stuff. And DDT's supposed to be an indie. They have better video packages than like the other companies that are supposed to be big companies in Japan. This was yeah. This was the start of a great show. I don't know how else to explain it. It was a bizarre show. And some of the matches were missing because I guess it was the TV version or something. Like I said, condensed. Our opener was a Royal Rumble for the Iron Man Heavy Metal Weight title. Yes, you heard that right. The champion, Antonio Honda versus Kikuchi Tsuyoshi, I always mess up his name, versus Akawa Yuzuki versus Cherry versus Ricky Senchu. It's like a Ricky Choshu. Versus Sakura Emi versus Daisuke. I think. Yeah. I don't know. Versus Rion Mizuki versus Makoto Oshii versus Mr. Number 6 versus Yoshihiko. Of course. Greatest wrestler ever. This was just a classic comedy rumble. I don't know what to call it. The Iron Man Heavy Middleweight title basically is like WWE's hardcore title, WWF's from the past, in that it's passed around more than the Lone Woman and the 20-Man Gangbang. Yeah. It's a little cooler than the hardcore title because there's more wrestling, I guess. The uber impressive champion, Sasaki Daisuke, obviously comes out first because he's the champion, he's in a fighting mood. And then I think the second guy that came out was Barry Manilow. He sang his own music. Whatever. He was pinned in about 3 minutes. And yeah, it was just really good stuff. A guy came out with a doctor's mask and an umbrella. A guy was like a Casanova and he gave flowers to one of the chicks. And then she betrayed him, kicked him in the head a few times. And he got splashed and then he was done. Let's just skip through a couple people. Yoshihiko came out and shit went insane. Came out to his Undertaker music. Wrecked shit up. Got pinned by the biggest heel in DDT, I would say. Emmy, or MI or something. Which is, she's an old chick and she's the most hated person on the roster, I think. With good reason. She's such an evil bitch. We had Kikuchi come out and he was crazy too. And then we had Honda come out who's probably the biggest star in the match. And it was just really good. Yeah, a 9-year-old, I think it was a 9-year-old, like a kid came out and wrestled. And the kid was a better wrestler than Rob Terry. Easily. Little kid. So Rob Terry fucking sucks. And yeah, he was taken hostage by the Dr. Umbrella guy and ended up performing a Shining Wizard on a bunch of people that were kneeling, like 6 people, which I've never seen a conga line get wizard. It was pretty funny. And the kid just kicked some ass, even scored a submission and got an over the top rope elimination. That evil bitch eliminated him. And she eliminated Kikuchi, I believe, and it came down to Suzuki and Honda. And yeah, title changed hands, spoiler alert. But at the end, a person, Manilow, I would say, that's what I'm calling him, pins him after the match. So it is like the hardcore title. It's 24/7. Uh, yeah, before the next match, we got a DDT show that they used the coolest music for their video packages, which was cool. It was called Summer Night Fever, 5 versus 5 elimination match. Shinjiro Takagi Shinjiro, whatever. Sato Hiroka, Soma Takao, Scott Hall's favorite wrestler because of drugs. Hirata Kazuki and Akito versus Yago Yoshoki, Matsunaga, Tomomitsu, Super Shit Machine, yeah. Oka Kengo and Suzuki Minoru. Yeah, I just said Suzuki Minoru. Might have thrown people off a little bit. I would say Takagi and Suzuki are at an entirely different level than everyone else. I don't know what to call this. Anarchy and DDT, that's what you want to call it. It was just crazy. It was super fast paced. Basically, calling this match fast is like calling Dane Cook a spaz. It's just a total understatement. Yeah, Suzuki looked like a monster in there. The best he's looked in years. He just kicked the shit out of these lesser known guys. And, good match. It went so out of control. It was harder to keep track of than the friggin' Battle Royal, the Royal Rumble before it. So you needed to bring out the one man who could bring some authority and justice to this match, which was Wada Kyoe, the greatest referee of all time. There's no dispute. This is just an insane, insane match. Good finish. The right person won. Because it kind of says everything about DDT. Post-match, Takagi Shinjiro called out Suzuki Minoru for a singles match at Korakuen Hall. Fuck yes. Alright, then we had a match everyone will be looking forward to. I was sort of like my third, fourth most anticipated match in the card. Third, I think. The IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, sorry. Ibushi Kota, the champion, versus Prince Devitt, the challenger. 74%. Great video package before, showing Ibushi as, 10, 11-year-old. And showed him doing a Firebird splash outside when he was like 11. Thanks for promoting backyard wrestling, DDT. Yeah, this is just Ibushi kind of had his high-flying offense disabled at first, and then for no reason, he just hits a big, huge moonsault where he hits his nose off Devitt's forehead, starts bleeding, stops on his leg. I don't know if it's because he broke his nose and he just completely forgot or what. Devitt stopped going after the leg. They just ignored it. And it wasn't just a little leg work. Devitt was like 80% leg work in his offense. And at the end, they just had a great finishing stretch, but it was pointless because the leg work was just thrown out. There wasn't any limping. There wasn't any kicking at the leg. The leg was forgot about after a good 5 minutes, maybe, of good leg work. It's just illogical and stupid. And I don't know. I'm going to be generous and give us like a 73, 74%, but still, because I love the finishing stretch. And just, yeah, you're not going to like this match if you're a fan of logic. Yeah, I guess it was better than the match where Ibushi captured the title, other than the leg thing. Right, the next match is what everyone paid to see. This is what I wanted to see. Dino versus Sap. Possibly the biggest fight ever. Bob Sap did not take Dino serious at first. Dino got his head a little bit, and Sap, I don't think was taking him serious enough. But it was cool in the video package. It showed the build-up, which was good. Bob Sapp's, he's hitting his heavy bags, ones and twos, just basic stuff. He's not that coordinated. Yeah. And Dino, he's got it. His guy's holding up the mitts, and he was just aiming for his nuts and then tries to rape him. It's just fucking hilarious. Like I said, if I'm going to call this anything, it's the Clash of the Titans. Bob the Beast Sap versus Danshoku. Danshoku, my new name, Dick Terror. Dino. Yeah. This would not be a Dino match if he did not try to sexually molest his fans beforehand, which, I don't know, some of them are actually cool with it. Bob Sapp came at the Ric Flair's theme, 2001 Space Odyssey song. I always forget the name of it. Which is kind of annoying. And I wanted to see him get his ass kicked. And of course, we had Wada Kyoe as a referee. And yeah, this is just great stuff. At first, Dino tried to use the Inoki defense, where he did the leg kicks off the back, which is famous. The Muhammad Ali fight that like 1 billion people watched. And yeah, Sapp kind of just beat the shit out of Dino in the first round. And Dino comes back like a monster and just goes ape shit on Sapp and grabs at his balls, just punches them, kisses him, does whatever he can. And he humbles him with a rape attempt, which whoever says rape can't be funny, obviously never seen a Dino match because it was pretty fucking hilarious. Bob Sapp like kicked the ring girl's ass, which was like a dude. So yeah, it's just it's cool stuff. Sapp came back, and then Dino came back. It was just a great match, I would say. And Dino, yeah, he's my hero. The guy who makes Rocky Balboa look like a pussy. He wins it with a Gedo clutch. Spoiler alert. Yeah, Dino is definitely my hero, and I think everyone could be a proud gay when watching this match. Homosexual, whatever. That's kind of what they're getting at. Alright, then we had the KOD Openweight title main event. Ishikawa Shuji, the champion, versus DDT's own KUDO. Ishikawa is from Union Pro, which is an outsider. So this was KUDO is very small. I mean, he's not small like an average human. He's not smaller than the average human, but he's very small in wrestling. And Ishikawa is especially big for Japanese wrestling. He's like 6'5". He's like Taka animal size. So yeah, this was the underdog versus the monster, David versus Goliath, Mysterio versus Big Show, if you like. And it was a true main event caliber fight. The favorite, obviously, the champion. The outsider, Ishikawa Shuji. And the underdog, obviously, the challenger from DDT, KUDO. There's a huge size deficit for KUDO. There's no way you couldn't get behind him in this match. You had to. He's the underdog. You had to be a complete douchebag not to. Plus, he's got nunchucks, so that was cool. Didn't use them in the match. Ishikawa was kind of swatting the tenacious KUDO away, just slapping him around like an annoying gnat. And that just made KUDO come after him harder and faster. And he was very Rey Mysterio-esque, and he used his quickness and his speed to throw off Ishikawa. And he was chopping down that redwood. And you can't just chop that down with a swing of a fire axe. You gotta just chop away at that. And that's what he did. He broke him down a little bit. And then Ishikawa came at him like a barbarian, just kicked the shit out of him, threw knees that should have put him in the hospital. Maybe they did. And then, a mano-a-mano strike exchange breaks out, which, KUDO is technically the superior striker, but he's giving up so much weight. It's stupid. It's very dumb. It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. And, basically stepping in front of a freight train is a better option. And, yeah, KUDO got ran over, and as soon as he found an opening, he went right back to the leg, used his quickness, just kicked the shit out of the leg, and unlike Prince Devitt, he did not stop. He went to like every chance he got every time it was open. Ishikawa, was like the Godzilla. He's like the Godzilla Japanese indie. He just fucking threw a beating. KUDO came back. It got to the point of the strike exchanges where KUDO started to win. You're like, holy shit, he's gonna do it. But it was believable. Yes, why? With a huge size difference? Well, Ishikawa was blown out and his legs were fucked. If you don't have any kind of pep in your step to be old school, you can't do shit as far as striking goes. And he got the shit kicked out of him, got knocked down, got nearly knocked out. And this was a great match, great story. This is my Japanese match of the year. It's like 86%. I might end up putting this above Punk and Cena. Wrestling-wise, Punk and Cena it's better. It's playing something better. I even think story-wise it's better. the difference between Punk and Cena is the crowd. Even this, the crowd really wanted. They're like 100% KUDO, which is great. And yeah, like I said, 86% match of the year in Japan for me. Overall, I'm going to say the show was very exciting. Very important show. DDT will be in Korakuen Hall next year. I think they're going places. I honestly think they're going to be up with New Japan. I think they're going to leave All Japan and Noah and Big Japan and everyone else in the dust. Just they deserve it. They make the best videos. They are the most entertaining show. If you get bored by DDT show, then you must be fucking the opposite of an insomniac. You must not be able to stay awake. This pulled me out of my disinterest in pro wrestling. So I wasn't watching. I was watching Lost again. I went back to Lost. Yeah. I said thank DDT for making wrestling fun again. These were great shows, and this has been a long double review, so I'm going to end this. Look at that. Beard's coming. Everyone, good day, good night, good evening, good luck, good everything else. Oh, brush and floss 2 to 3 times a day. You will not regret it. Fight cavities. Alright.